Good morning and welcome to this morning's Outlook. This is Kim Watson speaking. Okay, starting off looking at the calendar, what we've got coming out today. Now it's all about flashing today. The flash services actually. We've got 8:15. We've got the flash services PMI, and then manufacturing for France, and then German figure at 8:30, manufacturing and then services. The other way around, because the manufacturing is more significant for Germany. Either way, both all those numbers will be watched quite carefully. We're beginning to see a little bit more volatility around them. Yes, at 9 o'clock we've got the European figure as a whole. 9 o'clock, and then you've got the UK figure at 9:30. In fact, we've got the US figure at 2:45. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some volatility around all those events today. May not be massive, but it is the sort of signs of any sort of growth, and it's what a lot of markets be looking for. I appreciate that for some they may be quite negative figures because of the lockdowns being in place, but as I say, that will be focus. Anything coming out better than expected may create, as I say, more volatility there. So let's have a look then at the markets themselves. Starting off looking at euro technically here, and well, it's daily wise, inside day yesterday, pushing up this morning. And currently moving quite nicely to the upside there. Where to? Well, we're already through its R1 at this stage. I'm always a bit wary on the first hour of the day in terms of what's happening. I say first hour, this is a 7 o'clock bar. Always a bit wary. We do have the daily pivot below. There is a potential for it, of course, to come down there. High probability of it hitting the daily pivot each day. It has already moved quite a way away from it though, so maybe we'll just see retracements, opportunities for continuation. But at the moment, it seems like the Euro certainly is has turned the corner again, and maybe pushing back, or maybe at least towards that 200, that 4-hour 200 there, 21.23 sort of area, maybe more. But that's where we're sitting at the moment. The pound. No exact entries on some of these. Now the pound overperformed yesterday. It certainly performed pretty well. Bullish sort of movement here back into its upper range here. Its regression channel, moving into it quite nicely. Seems like I do wonder if it's getting a bit big for its own boots, but well, at this stage we're just seeing continuation move into there. You're looking at the shorter time frame, well, even that's looking half solid for it at the moment. It's sort of broken the intermediate high up there, broken that already this morning. I would just watch it as it approaches this yesterday's high there. Again, if it was to roll over quickly, daily pivot sits below there at 39.32, but really these markets look like they've got the potential to continue. Yen, a bit of a retrace. I was looking at this yesterday. It's finally coming back towards that 200. We'll see what it does here. I'm still on dollar yen. I'm still bullish on it overall. Maybe a break of the trend on the upside there will give us sort of a trigger to that. But for now, it's still retracing, still in retrace mode, and certainly looks like it. Maybe have a bit more scope here. It's to be fair to it, the ranges are quite small, and this movement, and it's still solid, and that's all that counts at the moment. Still heading south for now, but in the bigger picture, in a bullish direction. Aussie dollar. So the Aussie kicking off at the moment as well. We're sort of pushing towards the highs from earlier in the week there, Tuesday's highs. It's pushing up at the moment quite solidly this morning. Again, the time these markets are pushed up like this, in terms of trading them today, really just would be looking for see if we get sort of some decent retracements, but they have, as I said, nipped off to the races quite quickly this morning. Quite frustrating. We're going to sit there waiting for some sort of setup. Canadian dollar, well, at 2 is sort of heading south, but This is US dollar, Canadian dollar, chopping around here. Maybe you see a move out of that later. It's in a bit of a wedge pattern. The direction of this move here really looks like it's potentially more to the downside. Maybe a simple trend break. Later on we'll see this break down here and at least head down towards those lows. Maybe a better option really there, dare I say, on the Canadian dollar. New Zealand dollar briefly then, been ugly most of this month so far. Picked up a bit yesterday and we're seeing a bit of continuation today, so as I said, looks like really the risk is back on in these markets overall, and we've seen the dollar just being sold at the moment, and all of the currencies are benefiting from such. It's how far they'll go this time, but certainly high lows, high highs going through its New Zealand dollar. Already hit the daily pivot R1 that's ticked off. Basically its normal range has already been hit there on the New Zealand dollar. However, on a day where we're just seeing a bit more oomph, we could see this push up even further, but it's got less probability. Okay, that's that quick look at a couple of the cross pairs, just bigger picture on some of these then. So Euro Yen following a similar course here, bullish harami there. It's looking like it's got further upside on the Euro Yen. So Euro running through there. Pound Yen, again bullish buy yesterday. Bit slow this morning at the moment, but the pound has slowed up into those prior highs. Aussie Yen, again another one that's pushing up quite well at this stage. There's nothing, I mean, it's coming up to double tops. Just got to be careful around these, because we do see these tops being sold into quite a lot on the Aussie dollar, so just be wary of that. And the Aussie New Zealander, this will be taken, I thought it would be taking a bit more of a following dip from yesterday, but no, it's the Aussie's just still outperforming that New Zealand dollar. I do wonder if the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar is probably getting too much of a kick in, but at the moment we've still really got to follow this trend to the upside, any potential opportunities there. Okay, oil, let's quick look around the other markets then. Oil coming off from its highs yesterday, and well, finding better support at the moment, but at some stage I'll be right. But at the moment, buyers may just be coming back into these retracements. Let's just have a look back to its weekly pivot there finally. But to me, it's still actually it's starting to give the signs: lower highs, lower lows through this market. Break of this 58.60 area here could see even more continuation to that downside. Okay. Normally when we see a weak US dollar or a weakening US dollar, we see oil and commodities pushing up. This is obviously pulling back at the moment. The gold is continuing its route south at the moment. Yesterday was a bit of a inside day almost, not quite, but Doji certainly still lower highs coming through here, and gold still got maybe we're still in a bearish trend at the moment. A break above that 60-minute 50 might be the signs of a bit more of a turnaround for now, but maybe it's just catching a bit of the benefit of a weaker dollar and seeing this a bit of strength coming through here. But there we are. Right, Bitcoin, it's been flying away over the last few days. And well, yesterday it didn't manage on the futures there at least to put into a new high. Let's just check. No, it didn't do it on the cash either. Spot price, it was just round about the double topped actually on that. But pushing up this morning, well, this is on the spot there. This is doing similar at the moment. Looks like it's continuing its route, maybe just consolidation at this phase. Right, that's pretty much it for me. Let's just check there's nothing else in terms of questions through there. Nope, nothing. Brilliant. Okay, on that note, I wish you a great day, and I'll speak to you on Monday. Bye for now. There we go.